We have not done a
Feature topic
in a long time, but we
Yes.
did have a feature topic left that Anthony told us that we should talk
Yeah.
about.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony? So he's like, let's talk about our feature topic, which is prenuptial.
Prenuptial
Agreements.
agreements, and this fell on you. So,
Yeah. And it's
we
good,
about to-
and we make sure we have females, so we
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, other perspectives on
yeah.
the whole idea. And I feel like prenup. Well, let me start off because I don't have a lot to say about this, but I feel like they may be important because sometimes you don't know people's intentions.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people don't want to. It's up to you. I feel like it's up to you if you want to have a prenuptial agreement or not. Sometimes families
Mhm.
are the ones like get a prenup because sometimes your family could see better than you could see, and sometimes your family got your best interest in mind more than you have your interest in mind.
Yeah.
So I think that prenuptial agreements are very important because if you got a lot to lose in the long run, and you don't want to lose it, you don't know. But if sometimes you feel like there are different clauses in prenuptial agreements, like if you cheat, you can do this, you know what I'm saying? So the person will still be protected. And then two, if you have a prenuptial agreement, you care about that person, y'all say, let's say this don't work out, you want to make sure that that person is still protected after you leave that person too. And especially if y'all got kids together.
Yeah.
You don't want to make sure that person stays because you don't want to be like no prenup and you just like gonna be flat. Especially if it's like she's like a stay at home type of situation,
Yeah.
or you like rich and she's like no need to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure. I mean, I think that they can be important, but I personally think that if you don't want to have a prenuptial agreement, that's totally up to you. Dummy.
Ladies first.
So, it's funny you asked. No, but so I am in agreement with prenup. Now, I will be recently going through a divorce. So, from my experience going into the marriage, it was like, nah, we don't need a prenup. You know, I know this person, so I didn't think that it was warranted, right? But going through a breakup and things like that, and everything I work hard for, I want it to be protected. And I feel like working hard for those things and for someone to say, well, I want this and I want that, when you didn't put in on it, not to mention everything I work hard for on top of helping you get to where you want to be, if that makes sense. So it's like I can't stand for someone to come after me and after what I work hard for, and there is no substance behind what you put into this marriage. So I think that no matter the amount of, because you know some people may think prenups are not warranted because you don't make enough, or you're not a millionaire, or things like that. But anything that you come into the marriage with, I feel like you should leave with. I feel like you didn't put in on this, you're not getting it, and that's just how I feel. And protect yourself, and that's just with anything. And like protect at the end of the day, like you gotta protect you. And that's how.
They are important.
I mean, and it's just a self preference, but you know, if I would be an advocate for it, I would say, get you a prenup.
Right.
Hey, I'm broke.
Broke or not, protect the cereal bowls that you bought into.
Ooh, man, we actually talk about relationships on here. Like I always tell people, y'all watch 74 of our shows, right? And I always tell people, if you want relationship advice, don't listen to me because I'm not somebody you should, follow when it comes to relationship. So I have a situation with me and my son's mother. Went through the process and everything, but I can't say our process was excellent. It was good. So I think it all depends on
Who you dealing with?
yeah, who you dealing with, because even though she makes more than me, I was like, you can keep the house. I don't want none of your retirement. I don't want none of your, money markets, none of your stocks or anything. Vice versa. You know what I'm
Right.
saying with me, like she didn't want none of my retirement. Didn't want none of my money markets, none of my stocks and everything. Our main focus was just making sure for us to co-parent and make sure our son is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's one thing I can say that's a blessing is like we have a wonderful, relationship. We both were mature enough to realize like, look, this isn't working out. Yet still, we have to co-parent in order to make sure our son is okay. Like I don't have to I'm not on child support because she knows I'm gonna take care of my son. Like I can pick up my son and get him whenever I want to, and so we have a good, excellent co-parenting relationship. So it's like when it comes to prenups, it's like I kind of see both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I'm going into a marriage where I just feel like, hey, I need a prenup just in case it failed, it's like.
You're saying you already.
Yeah, it's already failing before. But then I can see where some people could feel that way. Like, okay, I built up, all these assets. I saved all this money, and then I want to be protected just in case somebody come in here with ulterior motives.
Right.
So it's like I could see both sides of the coin. Like you said, I feel like whatever you have to talk.
Yeah.
More than anything.
It's just one of those hard conversations.
And come to some type of agreement when it comes to that, because I know some people who have been through situations where their divorce has been messy, or when it comes to custody and children, that situation get messy and everything. So I'm just glad that I haven't had to experience none of that. So.
But sometimes it's not even ulterior motive. It's just we all human beings and things change.
Yeah.
In different situations.
And people change. People change how they feel about people.
Yeah.
People change how they like. I know somebody that is married. I don't even know about their situation moving away from prenup or whatever. And I probably shouldn't even talk about the situation, but I know somebody that they stopped me and told me all their business, and it's kind of like during the relationship. The person started developing mental health issues. It started turning into a whole different person. And this is like year 14.
Yeah.
And then you never know what could happen because we all human beings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you got to prepare for the worst, just like you got to prepare for the best.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be together for the rest of your life, but you never know. And then a lot of people have mental health, and then people and I feel like with this situation, I don't want to tell this person whole business, but I feel like with this situation, it's kind of like thinking back about this conversation, like this person is like this because it's hereditary. And then sometimes certain types of I know normally mental health issues develop when you're like 12, or they develop when you're like 25, because that's when the frontal lobe actually comes in. So a lot of them develop when you're 25, but sometimes people get older, just like there's that one disease where people get Alzheimer's early, and they end up dying from it, like maybe like 35. So there's certain things that you never know what's gonna happen that could turn somebody into something else, and then you're not able to take care of yourself too. And you out there just like you out there fending for you and your kids, or you by yourself. So it's kind of like it's just like
situational.
Situational.
Yeah.
Prenup is situational. You never know, but I mean, if you want to be, just be protected.
And like you say, the situation though, it all. I feel like it all depends on like if you have children involved, and probably what is the reason why you guys are getting a divorce or separated? Like did somebody cheat on somebody, and was there, because I listen to I watch YouTube, so I listen to crazy stories and people unaliving people, for money, and they hide money and everything. So it's like certain situations. It's crazy, but I think everything is just situational.
And nothing is 100%. Like we go into these marriages and relationship, whatever type of relationship you have, we go in there and we thinking that these are lifetime things, but let's be honest, like people grow apart. People grow apart, and just like you said, there are mental things that kind of draw a wedge, and even children can draw a wedge within your own marriage. So it's like, it's situational. You never know. Nothing is 100%. Nothing. So.
Postpartum comes into play.
Yeah, depression and like tragedies and things like that. So
One thing that actually, if a child becomes unalive, that actually most of those couples don't stay together. They usually divorce based on because you're a reminder, you're a constant reminder of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So they feel like they gotta go start their life over.
Yeah.
So okay. I think that we hit
So
that.
so if you ever get married, you get a prenup.
Yeah. I'm keeping my $40.
Hey, I'm broke. So.
I'm keeping my $40.
Hey,
I can't owe $40, and I'm keeping that
listen,
40.
I don't care if it's 50 cents. It's mine. I work hard for it.
I don't know. It's just the way that I grew up, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and it's just like I've never been the type to even look for a handout from nobody.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't like. I would like to keep what I brought into, but it's just like I'm not gonna take, as well. I'm just.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very empathetic to the situation, and at one point, I was one of those people that probably would have been offended if I was asked to have a prenup. But given life and just viewing it and just seeing it at a clear view and living it.
And if y'all rich and got a lot of money together, and you work hard for what you got, you will really change your life.
Yeah, and not even being rich, like, I work hard for being where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So to have somebody to come in and just be like, I want that just because you can have it, it's just.
Yeah, man, let me get a couple $1 million. I might change my mind too.
Well, I guess that's it on prenuptial agreements. So we're gonna go on to your interview.
Okay.
You a bad